Hello everybody and welcome to the Spryfield Business Commission Business Spotlight for the week. We're here with Glen O'Keefe, the owner of Serpent Brewing, right here in Uptown Spryfield. And welcome. We're going to talk a little bit about Glen's business today and all the exciting things that happen here at Serpent. I have my vest on, my Nova Scotia tartan vest. This month is Gaelic month, so I thought that would be appropriate. Glen, tell us a little bit how long you've been here now. It's a year and a half, or?
Yeah, we broke ground March 2020, so a bit of a significant month for everybody. And it took us about a year to build the place. I think we did bottle sales that fall. Then, we shut down, did bottle sales. Took us a little bit to get the tap room finished. Yeah, we actually opened the tap room in March of last year.
I know it's growing, it's getting busier all the time. People are coming in and buying beer, coming in and having a brew on site.
Absolutely.
And that's awesome. Let's go in and have a look. Just show the folks what the place is like. Right this way. So this is the main seating area. Where all the action happens, I guess, in terms of entertainment.
Yeah.
I noticed now you have a nice stage. How often do you have bands or entertainment?
We're trying to do live music every Friday night.
Yeah.
Sometimes we do some touring bands and some bigger acts that can draw a crowd on a Tuesday or even a Sunday night. So we'll change up for that. But the big thing we're trying to do is just try to get in people's minds that if you come to Serpent on a Friday night, there's going to be live music. So, check us out online if you want to see what's going on.
Yeah.
However, it's safe to say we'll have some quality performers every Friday night here.
Yeah, great. They have great Facebook page and a website.
Yeah.
Now you have some exciting news to share with people in terms of something that you've accomplished, which is a big accomplishment.
Yeah,
Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, huge set for us. So, although we are heavily focused on our tap room and being a brewery for Spryfield, we just released this and we just put it in 40 NSLC stores.
Awesome.
So
that's great.
Good news for Spryfield is that although we want you to come here and buy it and try out all of our other products and check out our events, if you are at the NSLC in Spryfield, you can pick this up along with other great craft beers. What we've been telling people is if you buy a Bud Light or Labatt or Canadian there, the money leaves.
Yeah.
Right. So of course, it's much better to come here. That does us wonders. But if you are at the NSLC in Spryfield, grab a can of this. The profits come back here.
Yeah.
Right. So it's much better for everybody and for the community.
That's right. The good thing is it allows you to grow, allows you to do more in the community.
Exactly.
I'm sure eventually you'll start to sponsor things, and that's good for Spryfield, right? So
Absolutely.
People, please, if you haven't tried it yet, come by and try Serpent Brewing.
Yeah.
They have lots of good products. And speaking of products, let's go over to the bar here and just maybe you can tell us the different products that you do have.
Definitely. So a few things on tap that we don't have in bottle or can, and so we're sort of we open with our core brands basing around a Belgian product. But what we're sort of doing this year is trying to have as much one-offs and experimental brews as possible. So in the fridge over here, we sort of have.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah. So for packaged stuff, we have a Belgian Dark Strong on the top. A Lensbach, which is interesting, sort of Dutch/German style of amber lager. The yellow can in there is a Belgian single. Probably our top selling beer since we opened is Eden, which is in bottle now.
Yes.
Red label here, a Belgian IPA. Down below that we have a German Kolsch, a cream ale, and then just 6 packs of another product.
Very nice, very nice. We have a nice mix there, and
For sure, yeah.
that's always good. And some, of course, your promotional products, hoodies and shirts and stuff.
Shirts and hoodies, yeah.
That's great. Well, this is awesome. You have a nice selection.
Definitely.
So people, can choose, try one of each, and then decide which one you like the most, of course, for your weekend entertainment. And,
Sure,
and have a look at the awesome distillery setup that Glen has here. It's just always incredible. It amazes me how you figure out how to put it all together. Can you tell us a little bit about it, Glen?
So what you're seeing right here is actually the brew house. So electric fired. There's multiple different ways you can sort of heat things. Electric is definitely like the most cost-effective setup. So it's, relatively small plant for even the size of facility we have, but it's something like this is a bit of a proof of concept. And then once we grow and big things like getting in the NSLC, we can expand out. So we've got a little bit more space here than we actually need. But it's all about, what Serpent's going to look like in 5 years. But I can just stand over here for a second, just give you a little bit of a rundown.
Sure.
So over here, actually, right now we have a mash going. On a brew day, we're actually mixing water and grain into this tank.
Yep.
There's sort of this filter down at the bottom. Once everything gets mixed together and we're creating sugars, those sugars will actually be transferred over to a kettle over here and then boiled for an hour. And sort of we're just, this process is back and forth to sort of extract as much sugars as we can and create the sugars. After about a 90-minute boil, everything's transferred through here, cooled, and then sent to the fermentation tank.
Nice.
So this is sort of like, this may look like a lot, but really it's the most simple manual operated brew house that I could possibly purchase.
Yep.
And I like things to be manual, so everything's manual valves, nothing's touch screen and fancy. So it's I like my beer and its quality to come out of the ingredients that we source, and really the time we put into the recipes. That's where the flavor comes from.
No doubt in my mind, you get a much better product.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. So there's all kinds of ways to increase efficiencies and production, but at this scale, really, you're just I guess the primary objective is just making sure that the beer is of quality and consistent. And like I said, small plant for now. Once we, once the NSLC is successful, maybe we get another product in there.
I see you're partnering. You must be partnering with some either restaurants or taverns or pubs, clubs downtown because you have kegs.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. You'll see two different size kegs. One is the 20-liter keg, which is we use those completely for bars and restaurants. So we're on tap at 13 different locations.
Oh wow!
Around the city, yeah.
That's good.
So that's great, yeah. And so the bigger kegs are actually 4-hour tap room here. So the beer goes from this brew house into the fermenters, from the fermenters into a conditioning tank, and then into the 50-liter larger kegs.
Yeah.
And those are actually served through our taps here.
Yes.
Yep.
So you're really getting busy if that's the case. If you're now in the NSLC, you have partnerships with 13 different locations. You've got to be producing and hustling all the time to get that out the door.
Yeah, for sure. I think in February we were looking at our stock and saying, we may have to pour some product out because it may get past its
due date.
Its due date, right?
Not anymore.
Again, freshness is everything, right? So it's one of those things like, what's your reputation worth? A lot more than a batch of beer, right?
Yep.
So we went from that to, oh my God, we have no beer in like a week. It was great. So
that is great.
Very, very, very welcome, much needed. That's for sure.
Serpent Brewing, the new business of the year in Spryfield last year. Folks, come on down and see Glen. Thank you, Glen, for hosting us today.
For sure.
It's been a pleasure to be here, and I wish you every success in the future.
Awesome. Bye, Judas.